Yo, what's up, guys? It's HardstylerJosh here. I just wanted to make a quick video for people who were a bit confused on how to use the new Summoner's War Rune Optimization Tool. So, much like others, I've used the swap tool by Xandro, which is a different, like an external application to the game. But I just want to quickly go over it because it's very similar, although Xandro does have some other features as well. So shout out to Xandro. But I'll just show you how this one works, all right? So basically the idea is you want to go and find a monster that you want to rune. So for example, my Teshar doesn't have any runes on it, right? So you're going to come down to here, you're going to go to rune, manage, okay? And then it's going to be this, this button here, right? You click this, and I think these are all new settings. It's Rune Advanced Settings. Obviously, if you want to load your RTA runes, you can do that. You can also auto engrave, and you can look at this if you want to see, okay, I haven't built Teshar yet. What are people using? People are using Fatal and Blade, attack, crit damage, attack. Great. So now we know which runes we need, right? So it's this button here. It's Rune Advanced Settings. You click this. Now, the first thing you do before you get overwhelmed is you actually want to look at this one here. So the set. So you're going to be looking at the set that you actually want to put on this monster. So we know that we want Fatal, okay? And we know that we want Blade. So we can actually select two sets. So a total of 6 runes, right? So Fatal and Blade. Now notice how these are blacked out. This means that you've already selected your 4-set rune type here. And these are all white because it's allowing you to select 2 more runes. And obviously these sets have 2 runes. So we're going to choose Blade. All right. You can reset it down here if you'd like, but we're going to select that. Okay. So the next important thing is we're making a clear distinction between these 3 rune slots. So obviously your important slots are 2, 4, and 6. Okay. So we're going to look at 2 first. Right. So for 2, don't get too confused. It's really the same kind of menu. It's 2, 4, and 6, and we're on the second slot right now. So the second slot, we want attack. All right, we're going to go to the 4th slot here. We want crit damage. The 6th slot, we want attack percent. Okay. Now, because there's so many, let me just clear this real quick. I'll quickly show you guys that in a minute. Because there's so many rune sets that the game can like look for, I mean, according to what you've put in, you've got to narrow it down for the game to actually optimize it a bit quicker. So you're going to click on these 3 dots after you've done these. Now you're going to select a certain stat to help the game filter down like your main priority. So let's say, we've got attack, crit damage, attack. What are we missing? Crit rate, all right? Let's say we want 100% crit rate. We're going to put in 100%. You can also use the plus and minus button here as well if you need a specific number. And then you're going to click OK. You can put more numbers in as well. But we're just going to do that. Here you can see it's in here, crit rate 100% and up. We're going to click Start. Now you can include the engraved runes as well. Let me just move this sub goal. So here you can see that it does say this as well. So if I want to include monsters that have already got runes on it, I'll tick this. It'll give you more options. But I don't want to do that. So we'll just click Start. Proceed with advanced rune settings. Yes. There you go. It's given me a huge amount of rune sets with scores. So we don't want to really look at the scores. But this is just a default thing. It's basically showing you your maximize, kind of score of your rune set altogether as like out of it being perfect, right? But the difference is you actually want to look at these stats as you click through them. Now, do you see how they're changing? And obviously, we want to filter this by the specific stat we're after, which is exactly crit rate. So we're going to click on crit rate, and it's going to show us the best rune set according to crit rate, okay? So you can also see that it's filtered because it was a filter to attack, crit damage, and attack. Those are the other statistics it's going to be prioritizing. So we've got our maximum crit rate here. You can see that. Very minimal waste, which is good. It's only 85%. If we go along, you'll see the attack and crit damage change. You see that? So it basically filters the 3 slots that you've got, slot 2, 4, and 6, and obviously the focus, which is the crit rate. So that will always be 100% because that's what we've selected. So no matter what set I click on, crit rate is always going to be at a total of 100%. So that's a quick guide to using that. I do want to cover something else as well. So obviously, the more specific you are with your search, the more sets it's going to give you. So if we leave this open to interpretation, let's say, I don't know, we only want fatal. Let's say we don't want to use blades because we don't have enough blade runes or whatever, right? Maybe want to use some broken sets. We're only going to click blade, and we're not going to select the second one. We're going to do that. Okay, see, it only says fatal. Now we want the same type, and we want crit rate as well. Okay, so we're going to click start. Oh, this time I will include engraved runes so you guys can see that. Right, and it shows you little pictures of the monsters. Let me have a look. It does show you some pictures of the monsters that are actually on here. Sorry, I can't actually move that around, guys. But anyways, you can see here, this one's on the Fire Assassin. It'll be a little icon. So basically, yeah, it's going to show you the statistics you want as well. And then let me just have a look. You can see that some of these are actually broken sets because we only chose Fatal. So you can see there's Will here. There's one with a broken Will and it's a broken Fatal set. It's got Fatal with a Despair rune and a Will rune. Now that's because we've only selected one type of rune set. So obviously doing that is going to give you a lot more options as well, especially if you want to utilize some of your broken sets. For instance, let's say we want a Swift set. Sometimes we don't need to care about having a Will set, so we'll do a broken set. So that's quite useful as well, and obviously you can see if there's a monster that's already got that rune on it too. So be mindful when you're actually setting your filters. If it's too specific, like let's say, I don't know, I want, 20,000 health and I want, I don't know, 80 resistance, and I click OK, it may not give me anything. I mean, it might do, right? There you go, exactly. No rune combinations match the settings because I'm being too specific. So in this, don't be too specific, but obviously have it set to a specific stat that you're looking for. All right. Anyways, yeah, I hope that helps clear up any confusion to people who might be new to using the Rune Optimization Tool. As I've mentioned, I've used Swap in the past, so I'm quite familiar with it. I think that this update's a huge step overall for people to, rune their monsters instead of having to go back and forth between, rune pages. Yeah, the more you use it, the more confident you'll be. So keep using it and just have a play around with it. Um, yeah, it's a great tool, I think, but they've done a great job at this update. So that concludes the rest of this video. If you guys found it helpful, please feel free to drop a sub, subscribe, or like the video. I'll also link my Twitch in the description and comments. You can catch me live streaming at 7 p.m. UTC +8. That's my time zone here in Australia. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.